We have to really recognize that many of our citizens have a strong connection to both our land and our water. We enable them to not only continue to value their land, but also live a meaningful and productive life in a rural part of the country.
The Major Subcontractor Consortium is a group of contractors to the laboratory, and our mission is to, number one, contribute to the communities in which we do business, and plus also to work together to make each of our contracts and each of our relationships with the laboratory stronger.
The key theme of the Subcontractor Consortium is all about community, it's all about leveraging resources, and it's all about being a better neighbor in a place that greatly can benefit from economic development. What the Subcontractor Consortium has done is ask the community, what's best, what do you need, and propose grants that we can distribute out into the greater community.
Over the past several years, the consortium has awarded 54 grants, which translates to over $400,000.
The consortium grant pool really helped in two major ways. First of all, to help us complete the building. And when we moved in 2008, the Institute turned its attention to programming.
The first grant that we received from them really opened up the rural doors for us. And so far, in northern New Mexico alone, in the rural communities, we've had over 300 people attending workshops.
The last year, with the investment from the consortium, we were able to leverage around $368,000 to change the economic environment here in Moore County.
The network, the co-op, has just been amazing for us as a family getting together and trying to start off with a new business. They have helped us with our price points, helped us figure out what would sell, getting us marketed out into different areas. I'm making a lot of the soap and the bath novelties. My sister's going to be making candles. My mom, who is the grandmother of the bunch, she helps out with labeling. She helps out making boxes. I go to my dad and have him check it out whether he likes it or not. My nephews and nieces, they're starting to build soap molds. And my granddaughters are the testers. It's brought the family a lot closer. It's been exciting. We were distant, and now it's really nice to know that we can be brought together.
This idea of helping entities that in turn can leverage those assets even further by their constituency base and their stakeholder base is tremendous.
Local fiber is a very important part of northern New Mexico, and the way the Fiber Arts Center fits in is we are at a position to be the in-between shepherds and people who have animals and the people who use and produce things with the fiber. We've had a long-standing relationship with the consortium. We've gotten grants for e-commerce development, as well as our Fiber Ventures project, which helps us work with the Morra Valley Spinning Mills. We also work with Morra Valley Spinning Mills for the Heritage Blanket Program.
Part of this whole thing was to be able to have local young, and they're both young single parents, be able to stay in this community and make a living and have enough flexibility so if the kids were sick or if they had to do childcare, which is what my initial intention was. Now I've ended up with exactly the weavers I want, and it's working out really well for all of us.
The Fiber Arts Center has given me people to get advice from. It has given me a place to get supplies. It has given me places where I can sell my things. It has helped connect me to classes where I have learned techniques that I use, and also things about being an entrepreneur, because that wasn't how I started out. That's new ground for me to be looking at money. Last year I made more money than I've ever made before.
The microloan program has had a huge impact because of the greenhouses, the irrigation systems, farmers are able to extend their seasons and bring produce to the farmers market year-round now.
The growing in the hoop house affects the economy of our farm, because we can have a much better product and I think an abundance of that product. I would probably think that we're planting 75% more than we normally would plant.
We farm about 10 acres of land and we grow a lot of different vegetables today. But my husband and I started by growing garlic together 15 years ago. The loan program allowed us to buy a tractor, which turned our farm from a hobby farm into a farm that is paying our bills. Our income has increased 200% to 300%.
The consortium's support of a regional approach to network facilitation has helped us not only bridge conversations and partnerships throughout counties, but also some of our clients and producers. We now have a major regional initiative, Northern New Mexico Food Hub project, that probably could have not have been as successful as we've seen so far without this coordinated effort.
By becoming involved with the network, we have increased our business twofold. We started off as a part-time operation and we've now become a full-time operation where my brother has started just to work solely on the farm. It's brought our family together.
The consortium has proven that we are able to really have a positive effect. Lands recognized that and chose to match the funds in which we utilized to promote the economic development in northern New Mexico.
The final success metric will be, did we create and leverage those resources so that we could create a somewhat independent economy in northern New Mexico that creates wealth for the betterment of the entire region. And here we are 10 years later. You know, by any metrics, it's a set of metrics that's successful. It's the subcontractors of Los Alamos that have made it successful.